As expected, the Fed held their target rate steady at 5.25%, 5.5%. It's been that way now for 4 consecutive meetings. In addition, they didn't make any changes to their balance sheet runoff program. There had been some speculation that they were going to vary the speed, but they chose not to take any action at this time. What they did do was significantly change the language of their official statement, and they did this to try and maintain transparency on the direction of monetary policy. They removed the language about the willingness to increase rates. That's kind of an acknowledgement that they think we're at peak rates right now for this cycle. But in addition, shortly thereafter, they added language that indicating that in no way are we close to cutting rates at this point. What was interesting to me was through his press conference, Fed Chair Powell came out and said that March cuts are unlikely. That's not normally his style. He doesn't definitively give a timeline. Throughout the course of his press conference, he alluded that the Fed was going to proceed with caution, that they were going to be careful. He acknowledged that inflation has come way down, but he also noted that economic strength continues, the economy is robust, and the labor market's tight. In this kind of unique set of circumstances gives the Fed some leeway to be cautious. Several key members of the committee leading up to the meeting had also voiced similar statements that they were willing to hang on a little more and not cut rates. Nevertheless, walking into the meeting, the market was still expecting perhaps a 50-50 chance of a cut in March and at least 6 cuts by the end of the year. And what was interesting was Powell came out and said March is likely off the table. And that's, again, him trying to be more transparent with the direction of monetary policy and not surprise the market. So he doesn't normally do that, and it was towards the end of the meeting, he just kind of let that out that March was off the table. The market's going to act well before the first Fed cut. Now, ideally, you'd love to be positioned beforehand, but you just don't know when that cut's coming. Fortunately, now, bond valuations are attractive. There's ability to have positive total return, whether or not the Fed cuts rates. To give you an indication, at the start of 2023, the 10-year rate was 3.88%. By the end of 2023, the 10-year rate was 3.88%. Yet high-quality income was still able to produce between 5 and 7% returns. Now, the 10-year is not the only rate in town, and there was definitely a lot of gyrations in the rate market through the course of the year. But you ended where you started, and you were still able to get positive return via carry. So there's opportunity now, whether the Fed cuts tomorrow or March or in May, to earn positive carry. There's opportunity to earn capital appreciation if the Fed does indeed cut, and there is opportunity to add some ballast to your portfolio if in fact we do see some sort of severe economic downturn. So I don't know when the Fed is actually going to cut rates. They'll be transparent, they'll give us enough lead time, but I do know that given those 3 opportunities, this is an interesting opportunity for high quality bonds.